What up, guys? So welcome back to I'm gonna put in the video. Anyways, we got the bags going on. We are tired in this damn shop, but we're killing it. Tahoe is looking very, very good, I might add. We are wrapping up the bodyguard bumper, wrapping up some rock lights. We got the diff cover from Elevated Manufacturing. Those guys are badass. You guys haven't checked them out. Their lift kits are freaking sick. But this backyard fab lift on this thing is badass. So we're working on that. Wrapping the Tahoe here. Just spoke to TIS today. We should definitely have tires here in the next 3 to 4 days. I'm hoping so. Pretty good surprise showed up for us. Well, I mean, supposed to be surprised for Paige, but her Aaliyah leather showed up to our shop by mistake. We're gonna load it into the Tahoe, and her and Michael are gonna put it on back in Michigan. We were gonna do it, but with the time constraints of everything we had going on, hasn't really been our friend. So right now, Andrew is in the light bar for the bodyguard bumper. This bodyguard bumper was hooked up for us graciously by Bodyguard. If you guys are familiar, the bodyguard bumper for the 15 to 2020 Tahoe is no longer available. So you have to beg pretty please to get Bodyguard to do something like that for you. And they are gracious enough to send over Elevated Motorsports a one-off bumper for her Tahoe. Behind me, let me get this camera flipped around. All right, guys, so we got the front axle in. Everything's plumb balled now. Andrew, what in the fuck is that?
It's an extension pin.
What is that? An extension pin?
Yeah, extension pin.
Looks like a wand, bro.
Extension pin.
That looks like a wand.
It works great to put them through the cradles on the old...
Let me see. All right, so pretty much what Andrew is doing is he's got an extension and a damn pin. So we can pretty much mark our holes on the frame. We had to get through the actual cradle, so he came up with an extension pin. It's patent pending, you guys. So don't try to steal our ideas and shit.
It works great.
But yeah, we got our plumb balls set, plumb bobs, whatever you call them, balls, bobs, whatever. Those are all set. We'll get it more fine-tuned, obviously, but this just kind of gives us all our stuff. Got our pinion angles already set. So next thing we're doing right now is Andrew is marking the holes so we can go ahead and get the cradles installed. We'll get the holes installed for the cradles. All these holes you guys see here, we're gonna weld up. All right, so in front of me now, not behind me anymore, is Abel's frame. This thing has definitely been a challenge for sure. It's going from an old rusty farm truck to a badass one-off OBS showpiece. It'll probably be one of the, if not only badass OBSs in Colorado. I don't really know very many Colorado. There's some nice ones here, but this one's going to be hopefully one of the best ones out here. We got our flog bumper mount mocked up. We had to come through here and drill some holes before it goes to powder. Get those set in place. We marked it right here. Know where our bylines are at, I think, for the cab. We already got most of our measurements already done. We still have the rear axle set in place, so we can weld it probably tomorrow or Saturday. That's the plan on that. And then we got to cut off a few more things. Like there's a bunch of like useless, like there's steps on here that are supposed to be around here. All the old mounting pieces for the leaf springs, all that's got to come off too. As you can see, there's the coilover bracket in the middle that holds all the drop down brackets and everything else. But yeah, pretty much once we get all of this done, it'll go to powder. We are going to come through here and we are going to weld up majority of these big old holes in here that we don't need. We're going to leave some of the small ones, but our goal is to get as much of this frame pretty much filled in as possible. That's kind of our goal for that. Like I said, this thing is seen better days, but it'll get sandblasted and we'll be good to go on that for sure. So Like I said, the Tahoe rolls out here pretty soon. I think 10 days. Like I said, I think it came out awesome, and hopefully Paige thinks it came out awesome too. The powder coat was definitely challenging. This candy color is not easy to shoot, and it definitely challenged a lot of the powder coaters in our area. But I think we got a good groove now. There's some really good goodies in this thing. Look at this. Sheesh. This thing it's pretty badass. So it got stage 4 cam and a bunch of other goodies that came with it. Mid-side LED headlights came out really good. Andrew, how's that bumper looking?
Not too bad.
Oh.
Putting it together has some challenges, but
yeah, those top brackets are kind of annoying. So I mean, if you slide over real quick. So if you see under here, we're gonna do these bumpers. Make sure you guys fasten it here first, and then up top of here, you gotta get your bolts in here as well, the best you can. Like I said, it's kind of a challenge. So pretty much we have the axle trusses will be welded in place, and then we have our rear track bar brackets that need to be welded as well. So we're probably gonna sand it down, soapstone those on the axle, figure out where we gotta put them at once we get our measurements. And then once we're done with that, we can finally send our measurements over to RYD. For us, this has been a lot for us, but it's definitely a learning curve for sure. And then, like I said, us doing this now, I feel confident on a lot more stuff. Not that I was confident before, but you don't know everything in this industry, and you're constantly always learning and adapting. Correct, Andrew?
oh yeah.
You just can't, be a bully all the time and demand stuff, because that doesn't work. You have to be able to learn and adapt. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and keep knocking this out. I have drill, and I gotta leave for drill in about 4 hours. So I'm gonna go to bed probably, but Andrew's probably gonna be up for maybe another half hour or so.
I'm going
but yeah, I mean, like I said, I got drill in 5 hours. Chris will be here to pick me up because he got the Honda, and the Honda is optimal fuel mileage instead of my Duramax. Jeez, not RIP, because a cool guy's got it now, which makes me happy because he takes care of it. But it's better guys than my Power Stroke. But with that being said, we're gonna stop it here for the night. We'll pick back up in the morning and we'll keep going at it. What's up, guys? Welcome back. So today we are finally welding on the axle trusses, getting the axle trusses welded in, getting everything else put in place for the RYD kit for the OBS. Let me get this flipped around. So we have the cradle in place and bolted in place. Got our front 4 links set where we need them to set. Everything was plumb balled properly up here, up and down with the axle and the coilover bracket. Right now we're just going ahead and welding through all the trusses right now, getting everything all put in place per RYD's instructions. Mark over at RYD is pretty spot on when it comes to stuff, so we're gonna make sure everything is perfectly where it needs to be at, just so we have proper measurements, proper angles. Like for our rear, for example, our pinion angles are set right about 8 or so for the rear. You want it to be 7 to 9 in the rear for the back. And then we're gonna come through here as well today, and all this will get tack welded, or actually get welded on here, all into place throughout the axle. So far so good. Just chopping away at it, but it's gonna look really killer once it's done. We should be having this thing on powder, I'm guessing, in about a week or so, give or take. So we're just trying to go through some stuff. And right now, we're going through here and filling all these holes in as well. So all the holes have been filled in and grinded down. We'll smooth sand this whole frame before it goes to sandblast and powder. just to clean up the holes. We didn't want a bunch of holes throughout the whole thing. I mean, we're gonna have some holes, obviously, for the inner field lines and wiring harnesses and what have you, but for the most part, the stuff that we cut off, we patched in with the holes, and we'll get these all grinded down. But yeah, all right, well, you guys stay tuned. Frames at powder, suspensions at powder. We got all the guys here. Andrew and Chris are here. So we are in the middle of trying to get all the interior back in the OBS. I got bags in my eyes. It's been some long nights in the shop so far. But anyways, so trying to get all the interior back into the OBS. Door panels, windows, window trim, everything. So when we got it from Abel, his painter took it all apart to paint everything, so we got tasked with putting it back together. So we're going through some old parts, some new parts, some not so good wiring harnesses. These things are definitely seen better days. So Andrew was tackling that last night. Right now they are, let's turn real quick. What you doing?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Still putting this door back together, trying to mismatch parts. The first frame was bent.
Well, let's see.
So then,
Oh yeah, that's pretty bad, huh?
so we had to take the window out of that one, put it in this frame,
Okay.
install the frame, and about now we're ready for the window.
The glass or what?
Glass, yeah.
Cool. So cool. So we got the first front windows done, and then what? We're gonna hop over on the axle a little bit, and then what? Back windows?
Well, I can do the windows while you can do the axle.
Oh, you're gonna fuck me up.
Those don't take two people.
Okay. Here's bullshit.
Beer 30.
No. I mean the bullshit of me having to do the axles.
Yeah.
He's making
We're
me.
taking care of the windows.
He's making me work.
You gotta make money somehow.
Wow, that's bullshit. All right, guys, see that? Bunch of disgruntled employees in here. All right, we're gonna get cracking on these windows, finish them up. Right now, they're getting everything back in here. Finally getting all the windows back in. They got all those cleaned up. So we're just trying to get everything back in. These windows probably won't go back in it. I'm probably gonna use the ones that are already tinted. They're a little mirrored from the outside. Not bad, but they definitely need to be cleaned up a little bit. But yeah, right now they're just trying to get all these back in here. So let's hop in here and see what we're doing. So then the quarter windows now, and then I'm trying to get the trimming right now. So it's all that's in, we should be good to go. Andrew, you drink your choice. Go fast. Hi, Andrew.
Oh yeah, best one.
I mean, I wouldn't know because I've been 4 months clean, right?
Yeah,
Right?
Sure have.
Huh?
Sure have.
Yeah? We've been 4 months clean anyways. But yeah, so we got the bed. Everything's really dusty. This shop gets so much wind and dust in here. But we also picked up, so Abel switched over to the GM mirrors. So he has the GM tow mirrors on here as well. JTX is still going to go on it. And then diode finally, we got our diode order finally. So we got 32 rock lights from Diode Dynamics, and then the front and rear pods for the bumpers, for the flock bumpers. We should see all the lighting go in the moment we get the frame back. We have the axle done. It's leaking a little bit, but we have the axle welded up finally from RYD. Got all the welds done on everything. And then got our pinion angle set when we did that. So next for this thing is getting the radius arm bushings out of it, and then pulling out everything else out of it. So yeah, pulling the radius arm bushings out of it, and taking holding the powder coat. We're gonna get it broken down today. Get all the final drive, all the gears out of it, everything out of it. Get all the diff gears out of it, everything else as well today. they're pretty seasoned in there, so we're taking some our oxyacetylene and our air, and we're getting it out, heating up the bushings a little bit.
I told you it was a good investment.
It was a good investment. After our hobo freight welder, that's a lot better.
Now it's hotter than 2 mice fucking in a wool sock in
Hey,
here.
plus the YouTube, man. Jeez.
We do all the time.
This is true. We're not on that level yet. We ain't getting paid, so we'll see what we want.
2 mice humping in a wool sock. There we go. That's more appropriate.
Yeah, the air hammer and the heat is definitely A1 for this stuff for sure. So this will all get sandblasted and then it'll all go to powder coat and you'll never see it. So see Andrew can get it out. More fire. My phone died mid-session, but it's out. It's a little bit of heat, a little bit of air hammer, and she's out. So now we can get the rest of the axle stripped down and off to powder coat. What's up, guys? So I'm a little tired, just got off work. But today we have Sergio and his dad here from Denver prepping and sanding the back of the cab. So when we'll have this thing painted, the guy never thought it was a good idea to remove the bed in the cab, so the back of the cab never got painted. So that part right there, about 2 inches or so of it, was pretty much exposed. It was just white, so we can't have any white on a black truck. So they're here prepping the whole back, sanding it, painting it today for us. They brought their whole mobile setup, and they're gonna paint it in the shop for us and get it done. So stay tuned. They're gonna pretty much blend all of this. They sanded down this right here so they can blend it all in one piece so it all looks symmetrical. Right now they're just sanding everything down and getting it all prepped up.